imperialism down.
Down.
Down with patriarchy down.
Down.
Down with capitalism down.
Down.
Comrades, friends, and our allies joining us, we want to stand in solidarity with the working women of the world, even as they commemorate the International Working Women's Day on the 8th of March. Today we want to put across the correct analysis from the Communist Party, Marxist Kenya, and we re-emphasize that unpaid labor work from women is not labor of love. And because within the capitalist system, the relations that they exist are very exploitative and oppressive in nature, in that, capitalism and patriarchy are not two different kind of ideologies, but one feeds from the other. So today, even as we continue to contribute and get into to understand the relations that exist, you get that the gender oppression that exists in the capitalist system, women conceal to this oppression because of the kind of the bourgeois propaganda, the deception, the wrong narratives, as well as the many mechanisms that have been placed on them to be subjugates to their male counterparts. So with that, we want to encourage that women rise up and get to, work in different workplaces, in different spaces, and venture into different modes of production, so as they can be economically empowered and advance their cause. And saying that doesn't mean that this will bring about the revolution or the gains of women, but in an attempt to make sure that they are able to sprung out their struggle, it's important they get ways of emerging strong in terms of defiantly bringing out their challenges. In the Communist Party, we've been able to make a lot of advancement in terms of championing the women's question. The first one and the most progressive one is that, even after the Second National Congress of the Communist Party of Kenya, we've been able to now constitute the Revolutionary Women's League, and right now it's working to our favor in terms of not just highlighting the gender-based violence and issues that relate to women oppression, but in terms of necessitating and heightening debates that relates to this topic.
Viva Comrades! And these challenges should not lead you to believe that it is all doom and gloom. There is currently a lot of work that is being done. The Revolutionary Women's League has been constituted, and it is pursuing action with the Communist Party Marxists of Kenya, ensuring that the Revolutionary Women's League Congress will take place this year, and that it will successfully push for a revolutionary advancement of proletariat women. We also know that there is progress being made on various fronts, on various social fronts throughout the world. Progressive and revolutionary parties are themselves as well prioritizing the advancement of women in the struggle. So, comrades, let us not get discouraged. Let us not think that that women's progress has been stagnant or has been fully co-opted. Revolution is still with us, and it is still with the women of the working class. Down with patriarchy, down.
Down.
Down with patriarchy, down.
Down.
Down with capitalism, down.
Down.
Down with imperialism, down.
Down.
Comrades, we know full well that the progress for women's liberation has been one that is long and has been arduous. And we know full well it has taken the courage and sacrifice of women throughout history to ensure that women get to the point where they are today. Which is exactly why the capitalist system, which is so good at co-option, has decided that it wants to adopt the progression of women's rights in the abstract, where they say they want to put faces of women in high positions in order to say that they have solved the problem of patriarchy. While we know full well that as long as the class question has not been fully addressed, then there will always be incentives to put women in the kitchen, even while we have others saying that they want to have house helps so that they can be able to pursue their own glass ceiling shattering pursuits. We know full well that this is exactly the plight of Kenyan women who are being sent to Saudi Arabia so that they can become slaves of Saudi women. And yet we know full well we'll be told that this is progress for Saudi women who can now drive cars and all of those other nonsense that they want to tell us is happening in Saudi Arabia. Comrades, we reject this superficial level of progression that is being pushed for, and the liberal ideas that are being pushed that women's progress can only be done through NGO activities. Comrades, we also reject the kind of hateful rhetoric that is being pushed in the name of feminism, saying that men are inherently evil, and saying that men are inherently evil, while we know full well that the problems of men perpetuating violence is a product of social conditioning. We know full well this is a result of patriarchy working to push men towards these kinds of violent activities, and that the default is not meant to be evil, right? But it is that men are incentivized by the social and economic incentives to pursue such kind of violent activities. Comrades, we reject all of this, and we say that the struggle for women can only be broken through a class struggle where the working women will join with working men to break the capitalist order and establish a system